how hard it is to get out of it.
The sense that you are defeated, the sense that you are worthless, that you can never get on top because you're so far down.
It is it's a quagmire. It's like being an ant in a pail.
You always feel beat down, and people look at you with that stigma. It hurts.
And it's greased. It is really
That is a good
difficult.
metaphor.
It is very difficult to
one
get
thing,
out of
one
it.
thing you notice, and I've talked about it with both of you guys. You know what? It seems like it takes you all day just to do one or two little things.
One thing.
The way that society looks at you and can sometimes judge you without even knowing you.
And another thing, aside from all that, is foot care.
Yeah.
Because you're always walking,
Yeah.
and you're always marching around.
Always
Your
mobile.
feet are killing you. You take your boots off, and all the flies drop dead, and the maggots start running away.
Struggling to get away, struggling to get from place to place, and money for food, and shelter.
The backpack that I have, I must have gone through like 20 of these within less than.
Oh yeah, you get
less than 6
downsized.
months.
Get downsized like crazy. I lose backpack almost every other
If
day.
the shelf doesn't take it from you, someone will steal it off you when you sleep outside on the street.
Most of the people have disabilities, and this is why I've been fighting for that for a long time, is that there's agencies in the city that help people find work, but there's no agencies in the city that will help people with a disability.
I've been to war,
Yep.
and I'm all banged up. Got
Yep.
PTSD up the wazoo. Construction is pretty much all I really know how to do after being a soldier. So, but you get onto a construction site, you hear a bang, you drop and hit the deck.
You hit the deck. Yeah.
It's like, geez, it's not easy.
I've gone to workshops and I've went to every table and asked them, do you have a program that will help somebody with a disability find work? And will you back them? And there was no agencies in this city.
And you go to places like the shelters and you stand in lineups. You feel like you're in part of Cold War Russia, where you're standing in line for toilet paper and bread, because you're just a number. You know,
Yeah.
you're not anybody specific.
You're just a statistic.
And the drop-in center is, I would say, 75% of the people in there have got disabilities.
You know, we're trying to get places so we can shave, shower, shit, and actually cook and clean for ourselves, and then we might be able to get a pair of work boots and go to work. But unless you got that home base, you're not gonna get there.
That's right.
You know, you're waking up in places like DI and stuff with 100 other people, and you're standing in lineups to take showers and everything. You're never gonna get to work.
So, in my opinion, I think most people who are homeless really make a choice to be homeless.
You know, Alberta Works is like $700 to $800, depending on who you are, a month. But you need an address.
I can't
to
get
get it.
Alberta Works because I don't have an address.
You know, homeless. If you're
I-
homeless, you can't get it. But if you can't get it, you don't get to have a home.
There's help out there for people. I've received some of that help, and just people all around want to help out too. So,
And that's all we want to do too, is get out of it. We're having a lot of fun out here because that's all we can do. But I mean,
Try and make the best of
It's
the best of what we have.
yeah, it's an adventure and a half. We have a lot of laughs, but really we're hurting and crying on the inside for sure.
Be yourself.
Love everything.
I was told every Canadian should spend their 20s in Banff or Jasper.
For me, it was, well, down in Lundy. Just kept telling me, keep plucking away at it, keep going, don't give up.
Save your money until you know what you're going to spend it on.
Do what you want, you'll get nothing what you need. Do what you need to, you'll get everything you want.
I got told I should go to school. I'm a very compassionate person.
Best advice I got was from my mother. She said, don't pick anything up you have to put down with penicillin.
I would end poverty, which is basically impossible due to greed and monetary value on everything.
I would create equalism. I would make everyone equal on equal stance, and I would make sure that they knew their worth.
I would probably instate a basic income.
Fresh water.
We have the most fresh water
Yeah.
In our,
in any
Yeah.
of any
There's
country.
only 3% of the world's water that's drinkable, or sorry, that's fresh.
I'd close the borders.
And we have most of it.
yeah.
And who takes advantage of that? Michigan Nestle Tea friggin' sucks up the Great Lake Ontario like you wouldn't believe, and it's totally illegal.
Better social service programs for people, permanent housing for people.
But we've got migrants that are coming here with no education. All they know how to do is handle a gun.
I would decriminalize drugs and try and end the stigma around addiction and mental health.
A lot of people who know me probably think that I make up a lot of stories.
Most people don't understand. I'm gay myself, so most people don't understand what gayness is and that we're not, it's not by choice.
Being out on the street, like, a lot of stuff happens. And a lot of like crazy shit that no one would really understand or believe unless they saw it. So
Yeah, I used to be a professional DJ.
The soft side. Everybody thinks I'm a hard ass motherfucker, which I am.
I mean, if I had a vehicle where I could move my stuff around, then I'd go back and doing dance halls and stuff like that. More fun, eh?
We're not hurtful at all. We'll hurt each other because
Keeps us alive.
it keeps us alive.
Yeah.
You're never closer to life than you are when you're closest to death.
When I quit drinking, I thought to myself, I said, I won't do it. But I'm getting desperate because of my health. And if I have to, I will. I'll go back into bars, but
My mom, she thinks I'm just a nut bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy. But she's gangster herself. What the hell am I talking about?
That I've struggled with addiction all my life. All my life.
That I'm just trying to love them.
Even before I can remember crawling on the carpet.
Might show it in ways that are odd or, different, but it's that I'm really just trying to love.
But I'm still proud to be me, man.
be right here.
In my stomach.
Because if you've worked in the trade industry, I swear to God, that is going to be like gold.
I have an extra hand to do things.
I put it like on the back of my neck so I can scratch my own back.
On my dick. Yeah.
I would hide it in my mouth.
I would put the third arm on top of my head so I could high-five people even higher than I can reach right now.
Probably on my back, because then I could, help people behind me.
Careful. Obviously somewhere where I could help other people.
I'd put it on my chest so I could push people forward.
Just like, imagine like a one more ball.
Woman, lady cop comes up to me. She goes, "Get in." I'm like, crap, I'm going to jail.
I never had a positive experience with the police.
I have had positive experiences with law enforcement due to people wanting to take my life.
The police would actually leave them all because you don't have any money.
Most of my experiences with law enforcement are quite positive, actually. And if I get, the grumpy cop, make a few jokes. They'll lighten up.
Plus being gay, it makes things kind of worse.
There is an officer at the source right now who is very compassionate, and he helps people on the street get with C-train fines and stuff like that. He'll help get them abolished without them having to pay for it and stuff like that. He's a very compassionate man.
And she goes, "Nope." I said, "I'll take you to the DI or Alpha, your choice." And she didn't run my name. Perfect.
My housing situation would be better. My financial situation would be better.
Seeing my wife.
If my health improved, it was back to work, yes.
My daughter walk up the sidewalk.
Let us have a safe consumption site at the drop-in center.
Seen my daughter
Staying sober today.
Jumping out of the car or jumping up the sidewalk or any of the above. Probably about just over 2 years.
Like 2 years?
4 years.
All right, I'm going.
20 days, a little more than 20 days.
That actually my bed, my home with my kids in the house.
Year and a half.
2014.
10 years.
for me.
I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and I'm 40 now. Quick math, 28 years. Laughing at myself.
I'm not sure if you laughed, but he wanted to stand up and spar with me, right? And I double shot his legs. I pulled his knees out, and he went down into the bushes.
Realizing that was a stupid fucking thing that I did, and trying to change that the next time. That's a cool dog.
And it was cold out, so I pulled a bunch of juniper branches off and I buried him.
Because I try not to be that sanity part of doing something over and over again, expecting a different result.
I tied a piece of dental floss around the tip of his bottle, and I tied the other end of it to his baby finger. But he was buried. You'll never know he was in there.
Being me isn't insane, because that's something I cannot change, right? And I'm still proud to be me.
Some bonehead's gonna pick up that bottle,
I'm gonna come
and
fly.
you're gonna come flying out of the bush.
Well, I do that every day. I mean, I laugh at myself all day long. I'm hilarious.
I couldn't stop laughing. I walked all the way down to the end. I was just laughing all the way. I was like, oh, that's something. Something's gonna happen to that one.
The hardest I've ever laughed was probably with the people I love, you know.
Come down and talk to somebody and find out their stories. You'd be very surprised to hear where some of these people come from.
15 years military, 4 years military. Yeah. Me, I taught my own dojo for 10 years.
There's a lot of people without homes, like a lot of people you might not even realize, you know. I've met people who go to work and they sleep in their cars.
You know, I have a doctor friend and a lawyer friend too, eh?
I have a lawyer friend.
And you know,
All he does is construction.
And now he does construction. Yeah, same with my doctor friend, because of the PTSD he suffered in Afghanistan. You know, working on all us guys coming back all shot up.
But if you sit there and you give me your hand and you say, here, let me show you how to be stable, that's going to actually fix people. As opposed to, here's $100, go fix yourself.
Don't wait to see if you're gonna get your big money. Get a job to make sure you pay your bills so you don't get homeless.
Sit there with them for an hour and say, I'm here, I'm going to be empathetic. What do you need to talk about? Like, what's on your heart that you need to get off so that we can lessen your load for just today?
I was suggesting that they try to be homeless just for one day and see how they like it.
It is a thing that you have to navigate like you have no understanding of. And you're going to have to do it now, and you're not going to like it very much at all, because nobody's really down here to help you.
And that's, honestly, you give somebody that opportunity, you might get a sob story for the next 4.5 hours, but you don't have to be part of their story. But you can be the sounding board in which they let go of their story.
Just remember that you could be in the same situation I'm in. Don't judge me.
You know, it's a homeless person really isn't. They're just a person at the end of the day. Like, yeah.
And you know what? They even say the average Canadian is 2 paychecks away from being homeless.
I love the world, and I hope the world loves me.
Yeah, I think we're done that question.
Okay, that's over.
Yeah. That's good.